So, I've got some opinions about DORKIKRS. While it is simplistic, DORKIKRS creates an engaging tactical game that is knit quite nicely around you having to keep your team alive, and that can lead to taking upwards of 5 minutes to devise a plan for the next 30 seconds of in-game movement. Let me explain. In DORKIKRS, you play a team of SWAT agents out to eliminate targets and collect VIPs. How you do so is up to you, mostly. Do you try and sneak your way through each of the thugs, taking them out one at a time? Or do you bust in guns blazing, killing every criminal you come to face with? Each choice will have its repercussions. You can pause the game at any time and order your team to go out and do certain commands, such as picklocking a door or throwing a flash grenade. This allows a certain level of tact, something that a lot of games don't have anymore. The sad thing is, this is where the tact and the main attraction to the game ends. You see, after playing through the game for a few moments, you realize that the game isn't built on the foundation of doing things in a quiet or stealthy manner. Instead, the game is based on speed, and completing levels quickly to earn stars, the main currency in the game. This basically throws all the tactic out the window, and in my opinion, makes the game a lot less satisfying. Yes, it feels great to clear out an entire building full of shotgun-wielding thugs, but it doesn't feel nearly as good as successfully sneaking by them and taking them out quietly, like other games this style managed to do. Keep in mind that the game feels like an iOS game, and suddenly it doesn't sound very appealing. I mentioned that the stars are a currency in this game. You can actually use them to purchase more equipment for your team, to make your mission easier. While some of the purchases seem rather odd, like how most guns are actually worse than the one you start out with, some of them are nice to have. Things like body armor upgrades, or the breaking and entering devices. Speaking of body armor, your SWAT team dies quickly, and I mean that, and that's something that I actually like about the game. It adds a layer of stress knowing that anyone can die at any moment, especially when you look at the campaign mode. The campaign mode plays exactly like the single missions, but when you complete a mission and go on to the next one, your team carries all injuries and death. That means that if you play too recklessly, you can screw up your campaign, and you have to start from the beginning. When you partner that up with the fact that you're forced to play quickly to earn stars and experience, the game forces you into a corner. Do you want to keep your team alive at the expense of losing stars when you're raiding? Or do you risk your team by going guns blazing to earn some stars? And while this system of risk and reward might work in other games, it's just weird in this game. I bought this game on the premise of it being a tactical SWAT game, not on the idea of it being a mobile game. And true, maybe I'm just bad at games like this. But at least when I play SOCOM and Splinter Cell, I feel like I was doing something right. This game constantly feels like it's telling you that you're wrong. Every decision you make, every wrong turn, and the game is there to blow up in your face. And while I do enjoy difficult games, this is just weird. A true tactics game would give you an opportunity to fix your mistakes, unlike this mess. Now, don't get me wrong though, the game is fun for a couple of hours. But after you play for a bit, you slowly realize that every mission feels the same. Break into building, kill bad guys, save hostage, leave. And while some missions try to break the mold by giving you different objectives, it basically boils down to those three fundamentals. Even when you've got to save evidence, it plays exactly like the hostage situation. Get in there and save the evidence fast, or they'll destroy it. The funniest thing I find about the game, though, is that it's addicting. Even with its poor foundation, I found myself playing the game in my free time. Not a whole lot, mind you, but more than I thought I would. And I guarantee that I've put more hours into it if it had been on mobile. But I don't, so I won't. The bottom line is this. If you enjoy games that play like mobile games, on a faux tactical-based style, then you'll like this game. It's not too short, and with the modding community making their own campaigns and levels, the game can be played for hours. But looking at it simply based on how much I enjoyed it and how much I played it, I'll say this. Wait for a Steam sale. Wait until it's about $5 or so. Then pick this game up, because that's when it's worth the money.